Through political correctness, we can see life as it may be. That world hidden from you and me. I just laugh and start to sing. Ha 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 ha! Ash Bailey is first. It's sideshow infotainment, politicians and news anchors, and talking points that make my eardrums bleed. Oh, that Game of Thrones is what they play. A house of cards just day by day. Voters losing every way. It's just like I always say. It's sideshow infotainment, politicians and news anchors, and talking points that make my eardrums bleed. Yeah. Big M is first. First. Joe Biden's got quite the past, with skin cancer all up his ass. They're only going to tell us 7 months later. As a matter of fact, it's all a joke, and I'm just laughing last. But listen, hey, wait a minute. I want to make sure that he does have a speedy recovery. It's sideshow infotainment, politicians and news anchors, and talking points that make my eardrums bleed. The most trusted puppet in media is me. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman.
I'll tell you the problem with the scientific power that you're using here. It didn't require any discipline to attain it. You know, you read what others had done, and you took the next step. You didn't earn the knowledge for yourselves, so you don't take any responsibility for it.
I don't think you're giving us undue credit. Scientists have done things which nobody's ever done before.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they just never think they should.
Well, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time where we talk about what we learned today. And that's One to Learn With. That's the new title of it. And that's One to Learn with Sam Newsman. It could be like the PSA ending part of a, what was it? Yes. It was He-Man. It was He-Man. It was G.I. Joe. They had little PSAs at the end of it. Brave Star is another one. Silverhawks had the science ones. They taught you about science. Yes, the little ending segment of the show where you feel a little bit brighter, a little bit lighter, because you have been informed. Well, one of the things you have been informed about is that at 3 o'clock this afternoon, I will be going live on TikTok. It'll be the first time in a week that I've been able to go live on TikTok because they said that I spread misinformation here on the radio as a real media puppet. Go figure. Now, this is the same company that also banned one of my videos about 6G wireless. But they want to sit there and say that here I am, a real media puppet, doing what I was born to do. I was born to tell you about the news on Saturday morning as a puppet. And you were born to listen, consume it all, and then sit there and think, well, you know what? I would rather have my news come from a real media puppet than a human pretending to be a puppet. So then, of course, now you're asking, well, Sam, what are you going to talk about this afternoon? We got a whole bunch of stuff. Republicans are at war. MAGA takes over CPAC. CPAC, the annual gathering of Republicans. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Viswami. Anyways, the 36-year-old tech guy, the Indian tech guy. We're talking about him. We're also going to talk about, was it Nikki Haley? Yeah, well, we all know about Nikki Haley. She's out of her prime. Well, of course she's out of her prime. You know why we know that? Well, because Don Lemon said so. So that'll be this afternoon, 3 o'clock. Set your alarms. We're gonna do 3 o'clock. We're gonna do a 3 o'clock a half hour segment, maybe an hour. We'll do an hour or so anyway. So shout out to TikTok at Sam Newsman on TikTok to do that. What else? Kellyanne Conway and George Conway are going to divorce after 22 years of marriage. It's about time. It's about time. Anyways, so we'll see how that all works out. Tom Sizemore has passed away. So thoughts and prayers go to his family. Dies at 61. You're familiar with Tom Sizemore. As of course, as the global hashtag Me Too movement wave crested in late 2017, Sizemore was also accused of groping an 11-year-old Utah girl on set in 2003. Yeah, so thoughts and prayers to his family, even though it seems like that he was a dirtbag. Yeah, because if there's he called the allegations highly disturbing, even though we all know everybody and their mom was on Epstein Island. Was his name on it? Maybe it wasn't. It doesn't matter. Anyway, so it's all jokes. If you can't take a joke, or if you can't sit there and listen, if talking smack upsets you, I'm gonna have to ask you to do something real quick. So do me a favor. So if I'm sitting there saying anything to you as a real media puppet, if I'm sitting there talking to you and you're getting upset, one of the things that I think that you should do is you should go to Google, type in the words "butthurt report." No, nothing suspect is going to come up. But I just want you to type in the words "butthurt report." There's a form there. I want you to fill out that form, send it to me directly. Reason being is because one of your lucky butthurt reports might end up getting to be used as my toilet paper. Right. What does that mean? That's your whining, you're bitching, you're moaning, and you want to sit there and complain? Go ahead. Like I said, fill out the butthurt report. Go to Google, type in butthurt report, fill that out, send it to me. And one of you lucky individuals who have a butthurt report that is filled out might actually get read here on the radio, and then I might use it for toilet paper. I mean, if that doesn't allow you to really want to stress your opinions, maybe you're stressed out. Maybe you're upset. Maybe your butt hurt. Well, all I'm saying is that that's what you need to do. Last thing I want to get into. Hold on, wait a minute. I have the names over here. I have Logan and Riker. Logan and Riker from Big M. Yes, that's the seed of Big M. Well, they'll talk about seeds of Big M later. Anyways, Big M. Shout out to Big M. Shout out to Logan and Riker, who know what Saturday morning is all about. Continue to listen to the show, boys, because it will take you to a higher level. Just ask your dad. Listen, dad knows everything. Listen, I'm a big dad fan over here. Hashtag dad life. That's DADLYFE. Hashtag dad life in the house. Anyways, it is 10:50 here on the 4th day of March in the year 2023. That's my exit cue. I'm going to get out of here, but I'll be back next week, 9 o'clock in the morning. Every Saturday morning, setting the standard, raising the bar. We'll talk about GalaxyCon next week. And we got to let these things ride. Let's call it tease in the radio business. But we'll be back next week. Once again, at Sam Newsman on Instagram, at Sam Newsman on Facebook, at Sam Newsman on Twitter, at Sam Newsman on Twitch, at Sam Newsman on YouTube, and of course, Sam Newsman on TikTok, where I'll be live today at 3 o'clock. They're going to try to say that I have more misinformation. Misinformation on a Saturday morning? Can't believe this. Anyways, broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM. Here on the only radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning. Hosted by me, a real puppet from the most trusted puppet in media. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday Morning.